If you're in the mood for a rocket launch, you might be in luck. SpaceX getting ready to send some cargo to the International Space Station for NASA. This time it's a used rocket. Morgan Brennan's at Post 9. You know more about this stuff than you've forgotten more than most people know.
Yeah, so this is SpaceX mission for NASA, and it is taking off right now. I think we should go ahead and listen in as this launch gets ready to take off.
Of the Falcon 9 rocket and Dragon spacecraft, filled with science and supplies for humanity's research outpost in low Earth orbit, the International Space Station.
SpaceX ascent commentary will be performed by several people. The propulsion engineer calls out propulsion events. The avionics engineer calls out avionics health and Dragon separation. The range coordinator calls out Air Force satellite control network acquisition and loss of signal. And the ground station specialist calls out the SpaceX antenna acquisition and loss of signal.
At 1 minute 5 seconds after liftoff, Falcon 9 reaches transonic speed. The vehicle will pass through an area of maximum dynamic pressure, known as max Q, at 1 minute.
Guys, this is SpaceX, Elon Musk's SpaceX, making history again this year, two ways. The main engines on this rocket, this is a recycled Falcon 9 rocket. It is the fourth time they have reflown a rocket this year. This is the first time for the government. This is the first time the government has done anything like this with a commercial company. The other way they're making history right now, this is their 17th launch of 2017. As far as I know, this is the most launches by a commercial company ever in 1 year.
And after getting delayed for weather, it's hard to imagine a more piercingly beautiful day than the one that we're seeing in that shot. Not a cloud in the sky.
In just a few minutes, this recycled booster is going to drop off. It's going to come back down to Earth, and it's going to attempt to land at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station again. That is going to create a sonic boom when it does that.
Talk about some of the math and physics behind landing these, because it's probably underappreciated just how hard it is to do.
Well, I'm not a rocket scientist, but what I can say is this is part of the reason SpaceX is now valued at $21.5 billion, according to Equidate, making it one of the most valuable privately held companies in the world, because of the fact that these engines can basically take themselves back down to land or to these drone ships that SpaceX has in sea. And this whole concept of reusability, this really is the future of space exploration, and SpaceX has very much been on the forefront of it. It's also worth noting that this launch just took place from Cape Canaveral's Launch Complex 40. This is where last September that Falcon 9 rocket from SpaceX exploded on the launch pad. So what a difference a little over a year makes.
Musk, of course, has been tweeting. He tweeted a link to the live webcast of this. Being awfully vocal with trolls in the past 24 hours. Some people critical of him. He wrote back, "You're an idiot." So his maverick style continues, even as we talk, David, about Tesla and some other cases, and Chanos keeping his short on closing bell yesterday.
James Chanos making no qualms about his idea that it's going to go to zero, it is what he said.
I think what is underreported is just how much Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos with his space startup Blue Origin, just how much the technology they develop in those space companies can be leveraged in companies like Tesla.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.